Oh man. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Put it in reverse, Terry. It says, oh, we've been 7 minutes, whatever. Anyways, what's going on, guys? My name is Matt Freeman, and I like to talk a lot, and I haven't streamed for a while. Excuse me, pardon my French. Don't look at me, Bobby. You're supposed to be sleeping. I'm tired. My stomach hurts. I've been working a lot. Well, I can't really say a lot, but I mean, I've been working a lot. Beat the driver. It really drains the life out of you. Just driving in general drains the life out of you. Well, I'm a bit tired and my tummy hurts because I drank a milkshake. I'm lactose intolerant. Obviously, it's coming to haunt me now. That's some stuff I wanted to work on tonight. Not making that sound like I'm not going to, because I am going to, but oh, just haven't had much motivation to get up and do much moving with my stomach and hurting. How's it going, Joel? Just living life, doing what we got to do to survive. About to work on a fancy little pump I got because I want to play with it. I want to play with this pump I got. No, it's not a penis pump. It's meant for water. Screw this bitch on here. Seal. It's like a water pump that you attach to a drill. I just want to see like how well this thing actually moves water. Oh wait. There's some like rubber O-rings. May or may not have needed to be on there first. That probably would make sense. Let's see if they fit. Oh, no. They are not. Unless they go down inside. Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be. Pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense to me. So I'm not really sure what this thing is. Plug that doodad thing. Oh, it's a rubber. I got a rubber. Oh, interesting. Oh wait, that still doesn't really make sense. Oh wait, no, it does make sense. I'm gonna put this on this end. It'll allow me to get a small. I see what's going on here. Problem is, I don't remember what one I just screwed on. Well, that's awesome. Where are you at on vacation? Where is you vacationing at right now? I'm enjoying my day off of work. Wow, look at my hair. It's really going crazy back there. I got crazy Matt hair vibes going down. Oh. All right. The shitty thing is I might have to disappear. Oh, okay. Well, that's still cool. I mean, any time off is fucking good time off. How long is this? Is that supposed to be in there? I don't think it's supposed to be in there. Got a really long little tube and a really long big tube. Slide on there like that. Now we've got our inlet tube hooked up. I bought this other tube, this other tubing today whilst at Lowe's getting the pump. And of course I need to cut it. I don't have my good knife out here and I don't know where my other knife went. Well, shitty. I'll probably slide it off. Nice. That's probably be cool if I can finally be able to go out in public and stuff, which I've already been going out in public, but just the fact of being able to go somewhere and get your hair cut stuff now that everything's opening back up. No idea if this pipe is too big or too small. I just bought it. Impulse buy. Oh shit, I think it's too small. Too small, but we can make it fit. Oh yeah, I can make it fit, but I gotta figure out how to test it out, actually. I got somewhere to test it out, but I gotta step away from the computer for a minute to be able to go test it. All right. I'll BRB. Well, I stepped away for a minute. I apologize. I had to drain water all down my leg is what I had to do. Now it's for some electrical work. Because everything that's fun in life involves electrical work. What I got planned to do here is I got this old Craftsman drill. It's a cordless drill. It's, runs on battery packs. It runs on 14.4 volts. And the batteries are both pretty shot. They're they're like some of the cells are okay while other cells are not okay, and so on and so forth. But so the drill itself is pretty much just not needed. Well, I mean, I already have new drills that are in much nicer shape, like new nice drills. Oh no. Well, that's a bit on the shitty side, but I'm gonna have to find the top to this charger. But I was gonna say, unless another, there will be another drill setting. I took one apart. I thought I had another drill sitting around, but I don't see it. But I got the charger for the drill. And so pretty much what I was just going to do is just going to hook the drill up directly to a power source and have it hooked up into that pump I just had running. But unfortunately, I just learned that this charger ripped the end of it off of it, and that's the part I actually needed. So I'm going to have to search through the bag or something, find something. Now, if I can even find just a 12 volt and run it off the drill off of 12 volts, it will run. This drill runs at 14.4, so 12 volts will still give it power. It just won't be as maximum power that it could give it. Trying to see if there's any indication on this battery as to what's positive versus what's negative. Let's see. Oh wait, okay. So the battery goes in this direction. And I can see on the bottom of this thing, it says that the far end, the rounded end's positive and the back end is negative. So when it comes to the drill, it also only has a connector for both. But what's weird is the battery's got two extra prongs that literally don't touch anything. They're not even like there for like grounding and or like the hold in place kind of thing. It's literally just weird. But so positive's the rounded part, negative's the back part. So it obviously counts in the same way for the drill. The back plug is positive and the front is negative. Again, with not having a knife. Rounded edge is positive. And the flat side is negative. Oh. Well, hopefully I remember that. So, then thinking about it, I need to take these screws out of this thing. Not really sure if I've got a screwdriver long enough. It's that small. I do have an entire box of screwdrivers sitting right over here I could look through. Let's see here. Are you big enough to fit in there? You are absolutely perfect sized for what I need. There's one screw. There's two screws. Oh my God. Just dumped a whole bunch of dirt all over the place. Because I'm a dummy, wasn't paying attention. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to our unofficial sponsor, Mountain Dew. Thanks for not paying us for streaming. They don't pay us now, but one day they will. Just taking this guy apart, and once I get to the inside, I see how much what the inside of this thing is made out to be. And one more screw to go. We will be inside the charger, which, like I said, realistically, this end is not really. I mean, it's the end I need this end, but it's not the realistically important part of it. That's all that consisted of, huh? One big piece of plastic, two little metal prongs in the bottom here to grab on. Power cable came in. Went to a little CPU board that really just has a couple capacitors. It'll help kind of like ground the. Ooh, it smells like power, that's for sure. But little LED. Won't need any of that. Just got to figure out now how to use the drill or how to get the drill apart. Hello, Holly. How are you? I got some more tech shit going on. Working on stuff all the time because I've always got something on my mind. I'll be working on stuff and I'm taking it apart because I've always got something on my mind. I'm not too bad, just worked a lot over the last 2 days, made a fuck ton of money. Fucking happy to have today off, that's for sure. Got to work tomorrow, 6 to 12, so it's 6 to 12, so it'll be 6 hours, which surprisingly enough, with how everything's been going, even though it'll be a Tuesday, I have the feeling it's probably still going to be pretty fucking busy. We'll make a good chunk of change tomorrow. There's only 3 of us drivers, so one of the drivers is currently on, like a vacation pretty much. So there's only 2 of us currently. So we're splitting all the hours just between the 2 of us, which is nice because obviously it's a good amount of money that I get to make. But at the same time, it's a lot of beating up my truck and a lot of dealing with really dumb people. And some think it's like 50% of the pizzas you take are to complete morons that have zero respect or can't talk to people and all this stuff, and then the other half are completely normal people who are very talkative and polite and can carry a conversation on with. I don't want to take this drill apart to the point where it breaks. Not like break, but like I take it apart and then I can't get it back together right because I actually need it to be together. But I'm thinking if I could take this apart, I could use a saw and cut the portion of the drill that had the battery pack on it, and then rig it so that the charger is just plugged directly into the drill. Trying to make a inefficiently big water pump that if you were to buy a water pump that ran these speeds, it would like cost a lot of money. I'm building one out of things I have. Well, can't say things I have or things for free because I did pay for the pump today, but or the little crappy pump. It's not the worst pump, but it's definitely not no high end craziness. Well, actually, do I even need this carcass? Because this is the trigger, so obviously that has to be pushed down. I could rig something up that just lets this stay in. Oh no. Wait a minute though. Here we go. Interesting. Oh, that's how that works. This whole button only runs on this fucking thing here. It does. Wow, that's amazing. It's crazy how things get engineered. Oh, yep. We don't even need that. Won't need this plastic. Won't need that plastic. Let's inevitably throw both these plastics away. Because all I need is this and this and this. Because then it has the chuck already on it, so all I have to do is tighten the chuck down to the pump. Then motor's here, and this positive and negative goes to that, and this is just a clicky button. Red's positive, black's negative. So I just gotta run the positive and negative here. Something like that. And then squeeze the trigger while it's plugged in and it would power on. Hello, Rachel. Just working on stuff in my garage as always. I'm gonna take this back off though. This is oh wow, okay. It did exactly what I thought it would do, and now it's free, so this plastic can be possibly reused if I want to. I really don't want to use this board, but I really love these clips and how they hold it together. Could just use it. No idea where my wire cutters are either. I got these needle noses, could cut some shit, but that's about it. Good Lord, I don't know where my actual wire strippers are. And that's the part that I'm going to need the most. Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? Trying to think how I should go about doing this. Because I'm missing the main power source, and that's the problem. Can't do very much with just this when you have no power source. If this works, which I mean, I'm gonna give it a probability chance of 50%. That's might even still be high, but if this works, I could revolutionize the water pump industry. Ah. But what I do know is I want a gosh dang cigarette. Cigarette. I made $128 in tips last night. Yeah, buddy. My wallet's so fat I can't even get it to close. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome, bro. See, when I have wires, like, you're cleaning your house and you find a wire. I mean, I know probably not everybody's like me because I own a lot of electronics, so that means I have a lot of wires. But anytime I find a wire that I don't actually need, like maybe I need it for the future, but I don't need it right now, you can hardly see the wire mess. I take all my wires and I put them into a black garbage bag. And I have an entire garbage bag filled with wires. And as much as it sounds dumb, and I even admit whenever I'm stumbling into them, when I run into them, or I trip over them or something like that, I'm always like, why do you just have a big ass bag full of wires? It makes no sense. But times like right now prove why I do it. I need things like this. I need literally just this end of the plug. The other one ripped off, or I cut it off, or something happened to it, where to the point where obviously I have no idea where it's at. Got a whole entire bag full of wires in here that don't have any plans on using anytime soon. So perfect time to start pulling things out, seeing what they have to offer me here. One of these things, 20-volt max lithium, but what's it? Oh yeah, this little thing right here puts out 20 volts. Little bit too much for what I need. Now I need to find another one somewhere that's a little bit on the bigger side of things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, this bag is ripping because it's been fucking kicked around and thrown around for a while now, moving around from spot to spot. And finally, like, nah, bruh. What's this thing do? This is output of 24 volts, so that's even more power than what I need. This is DC output of 4.5 volts. That's about 10 volts underpowered of what I need. So what's everybody else been up to these last few days, huh? Obviously, I've been driving and relaxing and stuff whenever I'm not delivering pizzas, but I ain't the only one. Excuse me. see something. What is this? Oh wait, this might be it. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, awesome. Never mind. It ripped off in the bag, so I found the original plug for it. So now I can actually use the drill at full power. Yeah, that's dope. Baby Man was telling me today. He was like, "We have a trampoline now," and I was like, "Wait, what?" He always does the like yeah, that's right, boy. I'm cool, and I'm just like, "Whoa, when'd you get a trampoline?" And he's like, "Oh, that's dope." Is it like a little kid trampoline, or is it uh is it like big trampoline like big people can jump on, or is it just like a little kid trampoline? 'Cause I would totally love to jump on a trampoline, kind of like we used to do down south. I miss not being able to jump around on a trampoline whenever I want for some enjoyment, but holy shit, how am I supposed to get this thing open? Output of 18 volts. It's only a 14.4 volt drill, but its charger runs on fucking 18 volts. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. What's more annoying is there's not a single screw holding this thing together. So I don't know how that works either. How is this held together? I got a big metal a hammer that I can use as precision. Oh, that's dope as fuck. And then I'm gonna come over and jump on your trampoline. I don't want to break it, but the fuck was that? There's a raccoon in here. Kill it, puppy, kill it. Just joking. Every time I see an animal now, I tell my dog to kill it. She just looks at me like, "What?" I'm like, kill it! Hurry and kill it! You've already done it once. It should be easy now. Huh. I really don't know how I'm gonna get this open. I was kind of hoping I'd finish this tonight. But if I can't get it open, then I can't finish it. And I got a sledge hammer somewhere around here. Oh, it's right there. Literally sitting right next to me. Hey, I work tomorrow. So I kind of hate, I thought it'd be so cool to work in the nights. And then I was like, now I'm not streaming, and that sucks because, like, I work tomorrow night, I work Wednesday night, I work Thursday night, I'm off Friday, and then I work Saturday, and then I'm off Sunday. Oh, Rachel, you can tell Mike I said happy birthday. I was gonna say it on his Facebook, but I didn't know how much he actually checks his Facebook or not. So I could have texted him. This is also my fault. I will admit to that. But I just randomly thought about the fact of it popped up that Mike's birthday was today, and I was like, oh shit, I should say happy birthday. And then I forgot, like a true Matt friend. And now I still don't know what to do. How do I get this open? So strange that there's no fucking screw in it somewhere. Like normally they put at least one of them in, and it's usually behind one of the stickers or the labels. So that way they know if you to like void a warranty on it if the screw's been tampered with. But there's not a single screw in this entire thing. They ran the screwdriver across with pressure on a bunch of random areas, trying to find a spot where the sticker would go through for a screw, but there's not. It's just hard plastic. And huh. Uh, hmm. 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 Oh, I've got two sledgehammers right here. Didn't realize I have my baby sledge in here as well. Well, well, well. I guess somebody. Hopefully that doesn't start a fire. I have to do something real quick. And I also really wish that that YouTube would allow me to live stream from my phone, but of course it's another one of those things where since I don't have enough subscribers or something like that, that YouTube won't actually allow me to stream from my phone, which I just find really stupid because it's like, I mean, I'm planning on hopefully at some point getting a GPS because it really drains my phone away really fast when I have to use it for the GPS. And both my 8 hour and my 6 hour shift, I killed my phone. So it got to the point where I was like, well, should probably really look into getting a GPS. I mean, it's one of those things where, yeah, it would be helpful for the job, but at the same time, GPS is also helpful just for the future of anything I ever do. I'll have a GPS. I currently have this this power thing inside of a vise, and I'm cranking it using a cheater bar, hoping it's actually still threading and not just spinning. Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay. Pretty much. Oh shit. Uh-oh. I bent it. I bented the bar. All right, just bent it back. Kind of. All right. Well, regardless, I was just trying to pretty much tighten it as tight as I could, try to get to break the plastic to let this thing fall apart, but it does not seem to have done much of anything, to be honest. Oh wait. Oh my god, I think that's exactly what it needed to do. It looks like it's actually wanting to slide apart now. Oh, look at that. Just had to like crimp the sides of it. Just have it like let go a little bit. Oh, perfect, baby. Perfect. Woo! This thing is stinky. I love how power, anytime that electricity runs through something, it's got like a stinky smell to it. Hmm. Well, I need this. It'd be nice if this wasn't tied up because I could totally use more of this wire, but why is it I always lose this stuff? But this, some of you guys may, well, actually, probably most of you, because Joel was really the only person here when I first started the stream and was showing everything. Bought a really fancy little pump for a drill. And it's just like a little pump that you hook up to your drill, and then you turn it on. You turn your drill on, and it actually legitimately pumps up or pumps water out of whatever you have using the power of a spinning drill to run the pump. And I have yet to test how far of pumping it can actually do. What's the distance of length that I could pump out of something, but what I'm doing is I'm taking an old drill apart. Well, I already took it apart. And I'm setting the power up for the drill now. That's why I was trying to get this power thing open. Trying to set up the power for the drill now so that I can plug it in, and hopefully if this thing has a long enough distance that it can pump for, I could pretty much save like a whole bunch of money instead of buying an expensive water pump and just use a drill, run this drill pump. Should be perfectly fine. I mean, it pumped pretty fucking solid water when I tested it, but I didn't have it. I just had it going through the pump and out the other side. So, I mean, it didn't really have much distance it had to travel. But there's a big ass knot in this wire. And it's really annoying because I need to get it big enough to allow me to push this piece shit end that they put on it through. And then I can cut the wire longer. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Just added another like 3 inches of length to that by opening that up. And I can take these snipper nippers here and snip the end off because we don't need that bullshit. Well, I need wire strippers that I don't have. Oh, yeah, it's been pretty nice. My plants are all growing, which it's not been long enough to do an update. Like, I don't know. I was thinking every 2 weeks I'll do a garden update, but it hasn't been 2 weeks yet. It's been close, but not all the way. So I'll have one soon, but some stuff's starting to come up already. You can tell the potatoes are actually taking off a little bit, but everything else been a bit slow. About the only thing that's showing a lot of growth is these cups back here that I have set up for my hydroponic system, which I've got a lot of what I need for that. I just have to finish putting it all together. And that's also why I bought this little water pump, just because like I don't need a whole lot of water to be moved. And fucking an electric pump that's $20 from Lowe's is like for a fish tank, can barely even pump water up a foot and a half. Um, then for a $50 pump at Lowe's would be 300 gallons per hour pump, which is a decent amount, but it can only pump for 7 feet in distance, which I'm not saying that I would need it more than 7 feet, but um, it just seems like pumps are so expensive. And then I find this pump that you hook up to your drill, which I kind of already knew they existed, but let's start thinking about it. I'm like, if you just built your own dedicated drill that just ran that all the time instead of just having like a corded drill that you plug into it and like hold it with your hand, you actually had something you could plug in and have it just be a fucking water pump. It's like, I'm not sure how good this pump is, but if it's a decent pump and and you get a fucking 14-volt battery pushing a water pump at 2,500 RPMs or something like that, you could get a decent amount of water flow, and the pump was only $13. Now, obviously, if you don't have a drill, you're going to have to purchase a drill, and that's going to cost more money. But I've had all these extra cordless drills laying around that are broken or old and don't really get used or aren't, you know, needed. So I can easily just take one apart and use it for what I need to use it for. And it's perfect. It's perfect. I could build my own and save a bunch of money on my car insurance at the same time by switching to Geico. Oh, Lord, my back. My achy, baggy back. Oh, boy. Oh, my stomach hurts because I drank a milkshake and I'm lactose intolerant and I'm not supposed to drink milkshakes, but I did anyways, and now my tummy hurts. Yeah. And if you tell my heart, my achy, breaking heart. Uh, ba, 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 ba. Wait a minute. Bill allowing fireworks to be legally set off in Ohio passes state house. So that means we can shoot fireworks off legally? That's dope as fuck. Oh, shit. When people post pictures of food online that's like, yay, 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 yay. I want to eat some of your food because I'm hungry and it looks really good. That's what they say in that song if you didn't know. Say, hey, 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 I want to eat some of your food. These are my, the weirdest voice crack there. These are my fucking, this is one thing about this thing. So I can, this is like a downspout splash guard, right? You like put this down and water comes down your downspout into the top of this thing. And the way it's built on its thing angle here, it's built not to splash. It's got a little trough in the bottom of this thing that allows it to go down this, you know, hollow-ish like thing, run down to the end. And then the way it was set up is they have these other ones then that are on the bottom, and it's set up so this one would attach to this one like this, and then you'd have one big ass long runway to get the water away from your house. And I'm gonna put my plants in here that I'm gonna grow. These are what they're gonna grow into or out of. Just gonna get a piece of wood and lay across the top, and drill holes in the wood, and let the roots grow down into these things as the water's flowing through it. And I'm just gonna turn this one like this, and just have it run to this, and then tip and run down this way, and have all this room for growing plants. It's going to be a very small, short system, but it's all it needs to be. Good night, Rachel. Thank you for coming to the stream that I'm not very talkative to. And actually, unfortunately, I might even have to end it myself just because of the fact of my stomach hurts really bad. And unless I go in and go to the bathroom, it's probably not going to stop. And it's probably going to take me long enough where you'd be sitting here for like 10 or 15 minutes watching absolutely nothing while I was in the bathroom. So probably be smarter to just stop the stream. But we're not even in an hour yet, and I can hold off for another 10 minutes to at least make an hour. So at least I got a lot of the stuff that I needed to get done in the sense of got the drill apart, got an idea of how to set it up, got the power situated, sorted. I just need to wire the wires together. I need to find a wire stripper first. Then all I gotta do is wire the wires together. And then I gotta just figure out some way of making some way of holding this drill. Probably build a wooden box that I can conceal this drill into because you gotta imagine that drills are decently loud. I mean, like, this is my rigid drill that my parents bought me for Christmas, and like that's at full speed, and it's a brushless motor, so it's technically quieter than what a normal one is, but it's also still very loud. And to have this constantly going and like trying to talk over it, or like trying to have a normal functioning life with that in the background would be annoying as hell. So I'm thinking if I build a box, drill a hole in the box, and have it so the pump post slides through that hole, and then I mount it to the drill that's in the box. I can seal the box, and you'll barely hear it because it's going to be inside of a little box that's going to be sealed off. So it'll be like real quiet though because it's in a box. Um, um, Only thing I've got thinking in my head is I still don't know exactly where I'm building it. Put your head down. Head down. Don't you whine at me. Oh. But I need to find some form of device in which to hold water, which I have a clear tub back here that I could totally use, but I need to find the lid for it if I do use it. And not only does it ruinly take another tote away from me, I'm not really using it for anything. It'd be big. I could build either a wooden frame to go around it, like I did with my other tote for my turtle that I built. Excuse me, or I bury it in the ground, which would take a lot more because I'd have to dig all the dirt up. Fish go inside that container. Pump will go inside that container. What's up, Robbie? How you doing, man? Pump will go in that container and pump it out into these troughs, and these troughs will be the troughs that run the plants. So we'll have to build some form of small wooden frame to hold them as well. In the container, I want to have fish inside of, but not sure. Oh, you're all good, Robbie. You know, like I figured I'd just have to buy one. You know, it's cool. I actually looked at computers today while I was out shopping, even though I really didn't have the money to be buying a computer. But Office Max has a whole bunch of clearance computers going up for sale, and obviously the gaming computer is my gaming computer, and I'd still need to replace that graphics card. But if I could just get a computer that would at least allow me to be able to edit and put better streams with better camera and shit like that, I'd like that a lot more. But still, they're like $300-400 for a decent one. So I uh, yeah. Plus, realistically, I kind of found like I can't say a fix because it's not fixed. It doesn't always work, but if the computer initially turns on and I bring up the BIOS menu instead of letting it go to the main menu or to the Windows main menu, to where you'd have to log in, for some reason it like tricks the graphics card into working. I'm not really sure how that works exactly, but if I go into the BIOS, it runs the BIOS perfectly fine. And if I just let it sit there for like 10 or 15 minutes in the BIOS menu and then I let it continue to like turn on and go to the Windows screen and everything like that, it doesn't have a problem. But still, the fact that there's sometimes where I turn it on and it gives me nothing, no power, no nothing from the start. So it's like, oh, well, it's helpful and then it's not, you know? So it's like, can't really do much about it, but it's nice to have it when it's there, but then it sucks when it's gone. It's like I want to play a game whenever it works. I never know what to do because it's like I want to play something, you know, I want to play a game on my computer or something, but then at the same time, it's like, what if I'm in the middle of playing something and I'm actually doing something that's like important to the game, or I'm building something, or I'm just in the middle of something to the point where it's like a screen goes black and all of a sudden I don't have any video, then I just lost all that progress in that game because I'm gonna have to like, you know, continue without saving it. So I've been pretty much avoiding, if I get it to work, playing any games. And I've already plugged an external hard drive into it the last time I got it to actually come on and work. I plugged an external hard drive into it and took every single thing off of the computer that I thought was actually like important, that I would maybe need if I had another computer I could edit on or something like that. It's got all the videos and a bunch of older videos I recorded of video games. I have pulled them off of the computer and put them onto my hard drive, because then it also cleared up space. Because the other problem I was realizing is, like, you know, I had like, it's like Windows operating system and everything like that. Fucking, you know, that takes space on your computer up. So I had a terabyte hard drive that came with the computer, but after like updates and the operating system and all the crap that comes with the computer initially, um, there's already like 70 gigabytes taken, so there's only like 930 gigabytes left after that. But realistically, that's a lot of space. You could still like Call of Duty games can be big at times, but like I think the biggest Call of Duty game was maybe like 105 gigabytes, which if that was the case, if every Call of Duty was 105 gigs, you'd still be able to get like 7 or 8 Call of Duties on your computer before you'd even be close to maxing out your storage space. So it's a good chunk, and I have a whole lot of shit that's on that computer. But I looked at it when I got working. It seemed like it was a little sluggish, and when I looked it up, I found out that out of 930 available gigabytes, that I had used up like 840. So my computer's space was running extremely low. And since the computer was so full up on everything was starting to kind of like slow down because, it was like it was full on all this shit. So since the computer was working, I just pulled all the important documents and pictures and files and stuff like that off. I decided to take all of the games that I don't play or I'm not expecting to play anytime soon, and I deleted them, uninstalled all of them off the computer, and like I said, I transferred a whole bunch of videos that I had recorded of like me playing video games and stuff like that from my computer and put them onto a external hard drive, and I ended up clearing up like 500 and some gigabytes of space. So I'm only using like 370, I think it is. Which is good. That's a good healthy chunk for my computer's memory to not have to have loaded up on it. So everything else is looking decent. It's just a matter of, like definitely something in my garage keeps moving around, bigger bangs around a bit. Izzy, be quiet. All right, that's fine. I'll be here. More than likely, I'll be here. Oh, I'm kind of tired though. Because I've been going to bed at like 3 or 4 in the morning every night now. I'm sleeping till actually night before last. I went to bed at 5 because I got off work at 2:30 in the morning, even though my shift was only supposed to go till 1. Not really. Already, I'm not looking forward to having to work a fucking till 1 o'clock on Saturday again. It's stupid, ridiculous how many people call or get online and place an order for fucking pizza at like 12:30, 12:45, and it's like, dude, we close in 15 minutes. Like, you really think we want to be making more pizzas and having me deliver them to you? Like, bastards. Fucking bastards. Sucks because I would have enjoyed just sitting on my ass, maybe playing some video games and, just enjoying the day off kind of thing. But instead, I mowed my yard and I mowed my yard and I went shopping at Lowe's. Well, technically, I was gone for 2.5 hours, which is crazy to think that I went shopping for 2.5 hours today. But I left and I went to Office Max first and looked at the computers and stuff just to get a general idea of what I would want or what could possibly be useful for me. Then I went to Target to see if they had any other computer choices that were maybe cheaper or better anyway. So I went to Target and looked around. And then after I left them, I went out my car, went to Lowe's, and I actually bought shit. bought a cool tree that I was gonna give to my dragon, but unfortunately, I didn't read it, and the leaves are poisonous to animals if they eat it, so I can't give it to my put it in my dragon's cage because he eats everything I put in there that's like green and alive, and because he's eats insects and plants. So I can't put it in there, and that was the whole reason I bought it. So now I just have a $10 tree that I don't really have any plan for. I mean, I'll figure something out to use it for, but it's just kind of like, bummer. Just a little bit of a bummer situation. I have this big, fancy, cool tree that I wanted to give to my animal to enjoy and play on, and I can't even do it because, um, oh man. But unfortunately, at an hour and 7 minutes, and realistically, there's only 30 minutes left to what we would be a normal stream time anyway. So I slightly apologize that it took me. I could, Joe. Um, the the turtle, since it's technically aquatic, he does eat plants. Normally, he'll eat plants that are in the water, but they are known to eat like foliage on the side, like maybe some grass or something like that. But the leaves of this tree doesn't reach the ground. So like I don't think that him being as small as he is, he probably couldn't eat them per se. But I'm currently rebuilding his living situation because I'm going to have like minnows as my fish source because I can get minnows from Petco and they're only like a couple cents a piece, and B, if I use 10 of them, I've already owned 10 fish before or 10 minnows before, so I already know how much poopy they're going to produce, and they should be an adequate amount for the small amount of plants that I do intend to grow. But on top of that, I'm trying to figure out how I should design it if I want to do it this way. But my, because obviously if I have fish and they're outside, they got to be protected. Got to be, protected in the sense of so an animal can't show up and fucking try to eat my fish um out of the bucket. So I got to make it some way so an animal can't get into it. But if you're going to make it so an animal can't get into it, then at the same time that in figure means that an animal can't get out of it. So I was trying to think about trying to figure out how to make it so I could pick up my turtle and bring him outside during the day because it would save on electricity because obviously I got a big ass heat bulb that's running in this fucking tank. I've got a water filter that's running in this tank. I've got a water heater that's running in this tank, trying to create optimum environment for him. And whereas it is working and it does work, if I could just fucking take my turtle and put him outside somewhere where I knew that he was safe and couldn't escape, slash some bird couldn't come and swoop in and just steal him out of there, that'd be so much easier because then he can just swim in the warm water because, I mean, the water can't be hot, obviously, because it's not good for plants, but, it will be in warmer water than what it is inside my air conditioned house. And on top of that, then he'll get some actual natural sun in his life, and since he was like an actual outdoor turtle, supposed to be living outdoors for real, and I've now have him as an indoor house pet, I could then shut off all the power to his setup and let it sit and not drain even more power, for, half a day and let him sit outside and enjoy actual real air and real fucking sunlight. Plus, he poops more. Yeah, Joe, that's what I that's what I need a pump for. And I bought this pump today, and I mean, I'm not saying that I'm going to use it because I don't think it's going to work, but I wanted it anyways because when I do change the water out in my turtle cage, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. So I wish that I had some form of pump that I could get the water out with. So I ended up purchasing this thing, which, like I said, it was only $13, and some of you probably have seen it before. It's just a little water pump that has a hose on one end and a hose on the other. I just don't have the hose hooked up on the other end. That's what this was for. And you hook it up to there, and then you hook your cordless drill into this end, and then you turn it on, and it pumps the water using a drill out the other end. But I'm currently in the middle of building I took a drill apart that I have, and I have the power for it and everything. I'm going to build a little box for it and then hook this thing up to the box and have it so I have an automatic just plug in, and it's a powered pump. But when I use this thing today, I put this end into the water and held my drill, and I had to have the drill running for like 30 seconds before water ever came out. But by the time water was coming out of this end, it was shooting like 3 feet in an arc. So, I mean, it has decent pressure behind it. But obviously water pumps, like submersible pumps and stuff like that, like something you're actually supposed to use for a setup like that, it's underwater, it's quiet, it's not annoying as fuck. This thing, even if I build a box for this drill to be housed inside of and have this drill running, it's still the fact of a drill is loud as fuck when it spins. And so it's still going to be a lot more noise having an external pump than it will be an internal pump. But like I said, as much as I was going to try to see if I could use it for my hydroponic system, I knew that if I was going to have to actually get a real pump anyways, because I need this for another reason. And yeah, so that's why I was asking you about pumps, because I need a pump. And really, my setup is like fucking tiny compared to yours. I'm not, as of like what we already explaining in the sense of like, it's not my house, it's my dad's, and I don't want to build this massive setup at my dad's house and have him get all mad at me. So the setup that I'm building is literally going to take up like 5 square feet, like of space. So the pump needs to literally move water from here to like 4 feet away. And, and so I'm like, yeah, and that's what I was just saying. I just need something better than, something better to use. But unfortunately, Joe, I would love to sit here and talk to you more about this, but I also unfortunately screwed myself over in the sense of I drank a milkshake earlier, and the milkshake is passing right fucking through me because I'm lactose intolerant, and so I gotta go because I gotta use the bathroom, and it's gonna be too long of a bathroom break to leave the stream running and then come back just try to finish talking for like 10 minutes before the stream time would be over. So I'm going to go now. So I'm apologizing to everybody. I know it's a funny reason to have to leave, but it's the truth. But I'm going to go. So if you like this video, a like would be much appreciated. If you're if you're new to the channel, you could subscribe to keep up with cool content like this. I'd like to thank whoever that awesome person was that subscribed to give us an even 480 subscribers. So now we're only 20 away from 500, which is fantastic, and I'm excited about. And if you want to share the video and show other people how exciting it was to finally see my face again, because now you're not going to see my face again for another 3 days. Fucking blows. But yeah, I will definitely get in touch with you shortly, soon here, Joe, to come over to your house and see your shit and maybe see about using one of your pumps because I definitely want to come over. I was gonna come over today, but I got fucking mixed up in a 2.5 hour shopping experience, so I didn't actually get over there. But we'll get there. It will happen. But anyways, hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Hopefully you all have a fantastic night. You have a fantastic day tomorrow. You have a fantastic day Wednesday, and you have a fantastic day Thursday. I will see all of your beautiful faces on Friday for a Friday stream, even though it's Mike's birthday and I'm supposed to be going to a fire. So I might have to either take my laptop over to Mike's house and live stream from there, or I won't be live streaming Friday. And I don't like the sound of that. So I'm definitely going to take my laptop and live stream from there. Hope you guys enjoyed. Love your faces. I'll see you later, and goodbye.